Hello and welcome to Freedom Through Astrology, where we're giving you the keys. It's freedomthroughastrology.com. I'm the astrologer down at the top. There's my contact information, standard YouTube copyright. And what I'm giving you are the keys to having a successful week with a weekly astrology forecast. Here are some important keys to the reading and the way I do them. I read just a little bit different. First, I read what's known as sidereal astrology or astrology by the visible sky. It's also known as astrology by astronomy. In ancient times, astrologers were astronomers. Camera. I'm looking at my picture over here. In the ancient times, astrologers were astronomers. So they would see where things are in the visible sky and they would read them there. Tropical astrology fixes the signs to seasons. So it's actually out of alignment with the visible sky by approximately 25 degrees. It's also known as precession of the equinox, if you want to look that up. I use the natural size of the signs, which means that the signs in the visible sky are all different sizes. Virgo's huge at just under 50 degrees. Aries is under 25. The constellations are all different sizes. There are astrologers who will make them all the same size, which is not the way they are in the visible sky. Excuse me. I use astrological midpoints as opposed to the IAU boundaries. The IAU boundaries, to my best understanding, were arbitrarily drawn. Athens Shimenti came up with a midpoint system which looks at the zodiac belt and where the halfway point is between the constellations. I find that works better and I like it. In the ancient times, I'm a history major and a librarian. There was a 13th sign, and it's called a fucus. It's the symbol of the wounded healers, where you're wounded in your life so that you can heal and learn to heal yourself and others with similar wounds. These are the weekly transits. So these are universal lessons for everyone. So yeah, these are the weekly I'm just getting over a solar flare headache. So if I ramble a little bit, I apologize. So these are the weekly transits. These are universal lessons that everybody is learning and everybody is experiencing. And finally, I read what's called evolutionary astrology, which means that these are lessons to learn. It's using astrology. I've been called an astrological life coach because I'm using astrology to point out the lessons in life that are happening to you right now or happening in your life right now and telling you how to successfully navigate them, have a good outcome, and what a crappy outcome looks like. And this is the weekly transit report for May 6th through 12th, 2024. The moon, let's talk about our emotional energy. We start in Curious Gemini and go through Virgo. So it's actually fairly slow and steady because Cancer is in here and it's a small sign, but we have Leo and Virgo, which are two of the largest signs in the sky. So your energy, your emotional energy, soul, whatever you want to call it, is going to be nice and steady this week. We do have the first quarter moon in Leo this week. So the first challenge of this lunar cycle of the Aries lunar cycle. Yeah, it was a new moon in Aries, I believe. I'll check that. We do have some sign changes. We just had the sun enter Taurus on Sunday, and this week Mercury and Venus are going to change signs. Active this week, pretty much everything. But the biggest ones I'm going to say, Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, all the social planets are very active. Jupiter, Uranus, and the nodes of the moon, I think, are very powerful. And we have Neptune's also active. I should have put that in there. Neptune spirituality is in there. And we do have a long transit between Jupiter and Neptune. That's going to take almost 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. So get ready for that happening. And let's get me out of the way here. This is our overview of the week. I like this suggestion or this idea, because I get you the dates and then put the letters in there so we know when things are. As you can see, we begin the week nice and quiet. Wednesday looks calm, but that's when we have that first quarter moon. Everything hits Thursday and Friday and then eases up for the weekend. So you have a quiet start to the week. It builds into this big crescendo. My cats have been doing this weird cough. I apologize. We get this big crescendo, and then it sort of calms down. It crescendos and gets intense. Let's put it that way. Okay, so from last week, let me get my notes here. We do have the moon entering Gemini. I accidentally deleted this slide, so I had to recreate it quick. So emotional, be open to new information and ideas. The moon is your soul, your emotion. You're curious. You've got this curious energy. Learn to work with it. Ask questions. Listen for the answers. They may come from unexpected sources. Gemini likes surprises. You may also have a little bit extra energy. Use it for learning. Be careful of talking too much as a defense mechanism, either to prevent you from learning because you think you know it all, or because you don't think you can learn. So be careful of that. This is a way of stopping learning and shutting down the flow of information. So high point, emotionally, you're curious. Use it to find out what you're curious about. I like to tell people, find the houses where these are happening, because that'll help you pinpoint it. If you're not sure how to do that and you want me to do it for you, schedule a half hour, 45-minute consultation with me, and I'll do it for you and we'll talk. On Sunday, and this happened, I'm doing this almost 8 o'clock at night, so this happened Eastern time. This happened around 4 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. The sun did enter Taurus. I did time it out. This slide doesn't show it too well, but it's the sun enters Taurus on Sunday. The sun is your ego, it's yourself, it's who you are at heart. And in Taurus, it's learning peace and stability. We just had that energy of Aries, and now it's time to chill out. Literally, Taurus is about chill out. If you want to understand Taurus, go to the children's section of your local public library and borrow the book Ferdinand the Bull. Just sit there and read it. That's Ferdinand. Ferdinand the Bull is the perfect example of Taurus. The world around him is going crazy and nuts, and he just wants to sit there and chill out. Yes, he does his work. Taurus is hardworking. But as much as Taurus is hardworking, Taurus knows how to rest. So it's a time to be at peace with your true and authentic self. Find your heart, follow your heart, expect changes in your life that can help bring peace and stability in a wide variety of ways. Be careful of, where is it? It didn't show up. Hold on a second. I have to pause this. Okay, I misplaced it in my notes. Step into simplicity, prioritize peace, serenity, find a place to chill out. Literally, Taurus is about chilling out. Find a way to do that with music, art, whatever. Get out in nature. Trusting your instincts as well. That's sort of a better picture. Expect opportunities, withdraw for a little while, recharge yourself, take time to relax, and avoid the drama of the world around you. Taurus does not like drama. Taurus can be the bull in the china shop and create a lot of it. That's the shadow of Taurus. You want to avoid that as best as possible. Also, be careful falling into stifling predictability and stability. Just doing mindless routine is the shadow of Taurus. So you want stability, but when I can set my watch by it's 5 o'clock, he's sitting at his table, he is eating dinner. And at 5:30, he will watch the news. Too much control is a bad thing. So be careful of that. Mindless routine can derail your opportunity to grow and can lead you to being bored to death. So this is about you becoming boring, not what you want. Especially since Taurus is the biggest of the small signs. So we're going to be in Taurus for quite some time here. Okay, here we go. And then the sun will be conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So this is you being at peace with being your authentic self. Uranus is about teaching you your individuality and who you are as an authentic person. Much better. I'll have to make sure this gets in there. So time to be at peace with your true and authentic self. Follow your heart. Follow your soul. Not it's really soul, but be in touch with who your authentic self is. Expect change in your life to bring stability. So Taurus is about finding that peace and stability, but Uranus is like, you know what, we're going to shake things up and find it better. Maybe make it a little bit more fun. Be careful of pointless rebellion and contrariness, the rebel without a cause or a clue, or just trying to be cool and using idiosyncrasy as individuality. Say that one 3 times fast. Or the other shadow, Uranus and the sun can be wildly, egocentric and stand out there. Uranus can be the ultra conformist, and its shadow can be the ultra conformist, and the sun can be a star that refuses to shine. So selling out to the expectations of others, refusing to shine, refusing to be your authentic self, giving up your identity in order to fit into others' expectations, either which way, whether you're too wildly out there sticking out like a sore thumb, bullhorn into a microphone, or not shining at all, you're alienating your true self. So be careful there. And also on Sunday, Venus in Aries in a sextile to Saturn in Aquarius. Venus in Aries, courage in relationships. Saturn in Aquarius is you being your authentic self. And a sextile is an excitement. Ideally, you're excited. You're having the courage to be your authentic self in your relationships and with those people who are closest to you, in your friends, family, etc., and those important relationships. So this is an opportunity to grow and mature in those relationships, learn loyalty, reliability, authenticity, and commitment. Expect help. Sometimes, you can expect help from people who know you a little bit better than you do. Be open to that. They can help you. Be careful of isolating yourself and falling into loneliness, even in a crowd. Getting stuck in the routine. Boring relationships are exactly that. And they can be just as soul-sucking as anything else out there. They can lead you to feeling empty as well. I just had a cat jump on my lap. So be careful of that. Venus, in Aries can be angry. It can also be fearful and being angry and sticking out like a sore thumb sort of ish, or being fearful of being your authentic self and not wanting to shine and being nervous about it. Oh, I can't do that. People won't like me. The lesson here is to learn to be your authentic self. Pull this down just a little bit. Monday, moon enters Cancer, a little bit of soul care. I think those 2 words sum up the best. Take care of yourself, especially your inner self. Be open to help from others to help you heal, and be willing to be nurtured a little bit. It's the day after Mother's Day. Let mom be mom, so to speak. Be careful of whining or playing victim. You'll attract the wrong attention. The old joke is be careful of throwing a pity party for yourself. Very few people come. Those who do don't bring gifts. Cancer moon can be that pity me, and nobody likes that. So do take care of yourself. Be nurturing. Be caring for yourself. And there we go. On Tuesday, moon enters Leo. So Monday, take care of yourself. Tuesday afternoon-ish, stand up and be seen. So Monday, groom yourself. Monday, look good. Tuesday, stand up and let everybody see how nice you look. It's time to be seen, stand up, be vulnerable, be appreciated by others. Leo likes to be appreciated and have people like you for who you are, etc. Be careful of playing the poser and trying to please the crowd. That's the shadow of Leo, is being a crowd pleaser and just standing up and acting out as well. And this cat that's on my lap, this kitten here, he's a monster. He's getting big here. This is Ghost. This is your kitten commercial. This is Ghost. All right. So Wednesday is the first quarter of the moon. So the sun is in Taurus. So you are there wanting to find peace and to be at peace with yourself and who you are. And the moon is in Leo, wanting to be appreciated. And the challenge is here for you being appreciated for being your authentic self and being chill about it. Just Taurus really doesn't. I'll be honest. I'm a Taurus sun. I don't like standing out. When I'm doing my work, I do it. Leave me alone, ish. I do have a Gemini ascendant, different story. But this is the challenge of being seen and being seen and being appreciated. Kind of like humble brag. I don't know. I've heard that quote before. It's that type of challenge, and so that's what you're facing. Be careful of where do we go? Falling into routines or acting out. Predictability is as bad as eccentricity, or just like I said, the sun, the moon acting out. Yeah, the moon acting out, playing the poser, playing a part instead of being who and being at peace with yourself. You're not going to be. So this is the challenge of being your natural self and letting people see your natural self and appreciate that. I'm going to go with that. This solar flare headache is not dropping me for a loop. I apologize. And this is take number 3, I think. Still not happy. I'll just work with it. Yeah. Thursday, this is where the crescendo picks up. Things start getting louder and active. Mercury in Pisces, and it will step into Aries later on this day. So Mercury in Pisces and then Aries in a square to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Mercury in Pisces is learning about transcendence and spirituality. And then Pluto in Capricorn, retrograde, reflecting. Are you doing the work? Are you learning these? This is the final challenge here, or the first challenge. You're learning these spiritual lessons. Are you learning them truly for yourself? Or are you trying to teach other people what you don't know? And as it steps into Aries, it's the courage to actually do the learning and the challenge of doing them internally, doing them for yourself. So there we go. And the Mercury is a quick planet, it's the fastest planet aside of the moon. So this is going to be a fast transit. It's a Thursday, Friday routine. But the challenge here is of, excuse me, about learning these deep truths and deep lessons of your life and integrating them into your life and facing them with the intent of growing and changing. Not other people, yourself. Are you learning these things to change and transform yourself? Expect hidden truths to show up. Be careful of refusing to see something that you uncover. Also, be careful of creating and maintaining lies, living a lie. First person, when you tell a lie, the first person you lie to is yourself. So be careful of living a lie and be careful of words that can wound. I was reading a book about the subconscious. The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between when you're saying something to somebody else or whether you're having a conversation with yourself. So whatever you say to others, you're really saying to yourself first. So when you say nasty stuff to other people, your subconscious mind is saying, oh, really? I can do that. But yeah. But be careful here. Words can wound. So you can do a negative transformation. So this could be you holding yourself down and holding your back from learning and growing. Like I said, Mercury enters Aries and have the courage to learn and be heard. My voice just cracked again. Be curious to pursue information that you need. And then have the courage to speak up and the strength to listen as well. Mercury is about learning, about communication. When people think communication, they think talking. Place equal emphasis on listening, if not greater emphasis on your ability to listen. Silence is a sign of failure, and that's you silencing yourself or silencing other people. Either not asking questions or not listening. Rifts in communication can lead to misunderstanding. So yeah, not understanding, not asking the hard questions or not asking the questions you need can, you know, can lead to misunderstanding and miscommunication and a whole lot of other mistakes. All right. And also on Thursday, Mars is conjunct the north node of the moon, and the north node of the moon is an evolutionary intention. The best way to understand this is to understand where the north node is on your birth chart, because this is a particular lesson. So it's having the courage to transcend and see your, whatever your north node is, whatever that evolutionary intention is, from a higher perspective. So have the courage to face your spiritual practices and claim your birthright here. Uh, and this is your north node is how you get an A in life. And so this is the courage to get that A and to do that work, that transcending, seeing things from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, that help you in your evolution and your growth. The shadow is falling into fear or anger and playing the martyr, or trying to escape your destiny. And anytime you have something conjunct the north node, it is going to be in an opposition to the south node. In this case, I'm using the opposition as a point of reflection, because the south node is how you hold yourself back in life. It can also be lesson. It's a karmic lesson. So you're reflecting on a karmic lesson, and that lesson in Virgo is always the shadow of whatever sign. In Virgo, this is perfectionism. So how is perfectionism and unrealistic expectations holding you back? And these are your own expectations. How is that holding you back? So have the courage to face how perfectionism, unrealistic expectations holding you back. How wanting too much keeps you from trying. I have to do this perfect. I have to do it right. How many, remember math class in elementary school? 1 + 1 equals, if you're an adult, you say 2. I can't tell you how many times I've heard little kids say 4. Mistakes are part of the lesson of learning in life. What are you learning from your mistakes? So it's reflecting on how you can learn from your mistakes. I think that's a powerful thing. Okay. And be careful of falling into anger, self-destructive criticism of yourself. Because it is that first phrase there, self-destructive. So that's that. Any criticism that comes up, you may shout it out at other people. It's criticism of yourself. So how is self-criticism stopping you and blocking you from transcending and going to the next level in your life? On Friday, the sun is conjunct Jupiter. 2 big stars of our solar system get together. Oh boy. Jupiter likes to have fun, so hopefully Fun Friday. I'm just going to throw that in. And Jupiter is about opportunity, and the sun is about yourself. So this is a door opening for opportunity for you. Have faith in yourself, and that's a big lesson of Jupiter, is to have faith in yourself and trust in yourself. And because it's that sun there, really trust in yourself. Be ambitious. Look at your potential and aim to fulfill it. Jupiter says, ask big and expect big. I was listening to like a tape, and I have this little thing. I have it on my computer, and a little piece of paper. It says, "I desire, I believe, and I expect the positive." That's the Jupiter message right there. Time to have faith in yourself. Be ambitious. Look to your potential. Aim it. Be open to opportunities that present themselves. Even luck. You might, something might come up. It's like, oh yeah, that'd be nice to have it happen. What it is? Oh wow, cool. Winning a contest. Who knows? But and this is in Taurus, so it's whatever it is. This is going to bring peace and help you find peace and stability in your life. Be open to it. Be careful of being too conservative and missing the boat. The sun, Taurus can be conservative, holding back and saying, "Oh no, don't ask too big. I don't want to rock the boat here. Let's go peace." Taurus can be too conservative. Be careful of that. Jupiter and the sun. Oh my gosh. Jupiter can overestimate itself. or underestimate itself. And the sun can be wildly egotistical, or it can be that dark star. So be careful of, I mean, arrogance can go wild here, or not wanting to be seen and being hidden. Oh, no, no, not me. Don't call on me, whatever. So there's that. And the ultimate goal here in Taurus, the overacting can be the proverbial bull in the china shop, and the underacting can't even get out of bed. There we go. And also on Friday, Venus enters Taurus. And this is really nice because Venus is the planet that rules Taurus. And Venus, about relationships, being open to people, other people being receptive, also about the arts, music, creativity, all sorts of great stuff here. Venus entering into Taurus, beautiful thing. A time to find peace in yourself and in your relationships. Let go of unpleasant environments and experiences. Expect opportunities to learn what brings you peace. And so be open to that. What brings peace and stability into your life and into your relationships? And the first relationship you have is with yourself. So I might have a side note here. Be open to art and music. Venus is the planet that rules that, so to speak. So be open to creativity as well. The shadow here is getting stuck in a rut of the past can leave you being bored and tired. So yeah, they can really, really go big here. And not only does Venus enter Taurus, and I wish I should have made that circle bigger. I wish I had. Venus is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. I don't know why I didn't. I should have. Oh well. Venus is conjunct. So this is you learning to be your authentic self in relationships and finding peace and stability in that. So learn to find peace and so being your authentic self in your relationships. Also be open to changing relationships, routines, expectations. Give yourself the freedom to be yourself and give other people the freedom to be themselves. Might actually be fun. Who knows? Be open to new horizons and different people as well. This might be an opportunity to find some new friends and some different friends, some different people. Who knows? You might find a new art or music style or band. Who knows? It's interesting. Also look to people with different ideas and perspectives. I gotta be careful here. I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice. Be careful of falling into predictable relationships. They can become boring. They can become stale, boring, and the end. Venus in Taurus can be a deadly routine, and eccentric relationships or falling into conformity and just being the same thing over and over again, or doing what you're expected to do. It can ruin things. And also on Friday, the moon enters Virgo. And so this is your soul looking to know, how can I get better? And so it's kind of like, yeah, let's get better with all that other stuff. Like, let's get better at having fun. So it's a time for self-examination and improvement. Be open to mentors. Others can help you. It's how can you make yourself better? Be careful here. The shadow here is crippling self-criticism. The moon in Virgo can tear itself to pieces fast. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there so I can get through this reading. Saturday. The sun is in sextile to Neptune. So sun in Neptune, this is a focus on spirituality. The sun is in Taurus, being at peace with yourself. Neptune in Pisces, don't just do something, sit there. This is about spiritual transcendence. And this is going to be excited about your spiritual practices that bring you peace and inner practices. This is about, seeing these practices from a different perspective and how are they bringing peace into your life and being excited about it. So blend new spiritual practices in your life, prepare to take them to your next level, expect visions or inspiration in your life. That'd be nice. Also be open to synchronicity. You may receive what you really need. There's wants and there's needs, and there's what we want, but be open to what you need and expect Spirit to provide that for you. Yeah. And the shadow. Oh boy, self-delusion. The sun, the sun and Neptune, self-delusion. Yeah. Uh, Thinking more highly of yourself spiritually, calling yourself the guru, or thinking that you have some secret teachings or some great knowledge, and really you don't, or falling deeply into fantasy and under the spell of others. Be careful of that. Also, be careful of shutting yourself down to spirituality altogether. It's another thing that can happen. The shadow of the sun is that dark star black hole, and shutting yourself down to spirituality and turning it off can be a bad thing to happen. And on Sunday, Jupiter might be a smaller star than I'm convinced Jupiter's a mini star. Jupiter says to the sun, you can do that. Let me show you how you really do it. So we have Jupiter in a sextile to Neptune. Jupiter is about opportunity, spirituality, and Neptune. So this is the opportunity to find the peace and to find that transcendence. And take the opportunity for deep spiritual self-care. The sun got you started. Jupiter is saying, let's take this bigger and deeper. Be open to teachers that help you learn. Know that you may be more advanced in your growth than you give yourself credit for. You might pick things up faster. So you might either this is a great opportunity here for spiritual growth and transformative spiritual growth that brings you peace in your life. You may be gifted with a revelation or insight into yourself. Be careful of posing or posturing or other delusional activities. Jupiter can overestimate itself and think that it's more highly of itself. The guru with these are going to be conjunct the sun here, so you really think more highly of yourself than you really ought to. Watch out. Or the other side, selling yourself short. Oh, no, we can't learn that. I can't do that. Flip side of the coin is completely turning yourself off to spirituality. So be careful of that. Over underplaying your abilities is a bad thing. Okay, let me set this aside. You follow me on. So if you found this helpful, and I hope you do, these are the keys to having a good week. Hopefully I explained them well enough. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Post if you got questions, post a question on the YouTube. I do check that every day. I will answer if people do ask questions. I'm also in the Digital Soul Space, which is a Mighty Network, which is a privacy-based social media app. There's a free and a paid version. People say, why do I want to pay for something when I can get all of these for free? These people here, these corporations are making billions of dollars off of your data. Mighty Networks is about keeping your data private. And this is a troll-free zone. So that's another beautiful thing. The people on here, there's a wide variety of modalities. I'm on there for astrology, but there are people who do tarot, oracle cards, crystals, incense, herbology, you name it, it's on there. You can ask a question and get good answers. So there's that. So there's the Digital Soul Space. There's my reminder there. Let me go here. Freedom Through Astrology. I've done more work on this site. I made it more logical so that you can go through and these are the basic, these are some core readings. These are the transit readings. This first patch here, this is your foundation. This is where I recommend you start. These transits, these are what the predictive astrology, this is why people pick up the newspaper and read their horoscope. I do it specifically for you. And then I have packages. These should all be up and active these should all be up and active. I hope they are. But these combine the birth chart or the foundation readings and the transit readings. And if you buy a package, there's a 10% discount figured in at a minimum. And I have a series of packages that, depending what you want, and there's my picture with a cute little line. Me and cats, I don't know. If you click on subscribe, that gets you for my once a week newsletter where I give you a summary, astrological insight, exclusive subscriber only discounts and offers and other information. Let's see, if you click on scheduling or services, you can book an appointment. This is a live one-to-one services or for the recording. What I do when you give me an order is I do the work by hand. The only thing I use a computer for is to actually generate the charts. I do the interpretation by hand. I make a recording and I share that recording with you. You watch it, and then when you're getting that appointment, you're asking me questions and clarification so that you know the chart. You're seeking more questions. You're seeking more and deeper understanding. So that's what the consultation is about. You getting a deeper understanding about what you've asked me about, ideally. And if you click on blog, you can see that I take some of these transits deeper throughout the week, so you can check that out. Let's go back here, slideshow, current slide. So I'd like to say thank you. Like, follow, share, subscribe to the newsletter. It's always a good deal. Like I said, I send it out once a week. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. Yeah, I'll go with it.